guys, so I'm at my first stop today, and as you can see, we got the dumpsters on this side. I'm actually parked at a different direction today because I'm gonna go ahead and let my ramp out so I can work out the side as opposed to jumping in and out of the freezer today. I still will have to come out the back to unload the dryer and cooler, but I don't feel like jumping out of the freezer today, so I'm gonna bring my ramp around and hopefully I can get done before the garbage man come to dump the dumpsters. That's the plan. So yeah, we're gonna get this done, man. Y'all keep it locked. All right guys, so we just knocked out the freezer. They only had about 30 cases. Let's go ahead and get to this cooler and dry, man. All right, gang, I'm at my second stop for the day. You can see here, this is where we going. Only 37 cases at this stop. Yes, sir. I like when the first two stops aren't as big, right? So, you know, I start my work day with 2 small stops for the most part to kind of get myself in the rhythm and, you know, things of that nature, man. So only 37 cases. This is all the cooler they're getting right here, and then let's see how many dry they're getting. I know they only getting like 5 freezer and 21 dry, 3 miscellaneous. Easy stop. All right, so let's go ahead and knock this out so we can go to our third stop, which is about 2 hours away. Let's get it. See this little curb right here? This is such a small curb. I'm not even gonna use my, or I don't use my curb ramp for this because it's so small. Man, I know I said this already in the previous video where my route first got converted over from palletized route to now floor loaded. Man, I love this floor loaded route so much better, man. It's just so much easier to identify your cases, bro. Like a few minutes ago, I'm getting ready to finish up this freezer. I only have a few more cases left, but just to be able to step back and look at the labels right all in front of me, like I could see my stop numbers and everything, it just makes it so much easier, bro. I'm talking about so much easier. So I'm loving this, bro. Loving it. Done with stop 3, man. Heading to stop 4. This stop got 180 some cases. Next stop getting another 180 some cases, and then we'll have one more stop left, man. So y'all keep it locked, man. We getting them done, knocking them out one by one. Let's get it. made it to our 4th stop. It feels good outside right now, man. We had some really bad weather where I live yesterday. This is a different state, but I can tell just by looking at the ground, it rained over here as well. But in Florida, you know, we had tornado watches and all that. As a matter of fact, one of my Facebook friends that live on the opposite side of town from me, lives on the east side of town, said that that was a tornado that kind of passed by where he lives. So yeah, it was some bad weather, man. Luckily I was already done with my route, so I didn't really experience it too much. It happened kind of later on in the day. So yeah, that's, you know, living in Florida, man, it's one of the things we have to deal with. Tornadoes, hurricanes, it's the norm. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and knock this stop out. Let's get it. If I was in a 28-foot trailer, I would have just backed up all the way to that gate. Can't do that in this 50. You see there's a road right here, or a street. This is a through, where through traffic go back and forth. So, and you know, you got Panera across the street, so it's not possible in the 50. But if I was in the 28, I would have pulled all the way up to the gate. Man. All right, we're on the freezer now, guys, as y'all can see. Getting ready to knock this freezer out. Man, it feels good out here, bro. The wind is blowing. You see the trees? Man, that breeze feels amazing. Let me go ahead and knock this stop out, man. No employees haven't pulled up yet, so hopefully they'll be showing up shortly so they can start putting up this freezer as I bring it in. But we're gonna keep it pushing, man. Let's go. All right, guys, so we just knocked out our 4th stop. One more stop left for today and we'll be done for today. 5 stops will be completed, and then we'll finish up the remaining 3 stops tomorrow. If you're new to the channel, appreciate you for taking the time to check out today's video. I'm a regional delivery driver for Gordon Food Service, and I have 8 stops total on my route. I run a 2-day route, so I'll do part of my route one day. I'll lay over at a hotel, get up after my 10-hour reset, and finish off the remaining stops on my route. So there you go. Hopefully everybody that's new is up to speed and understand what I got going on over here. All right, gang, so we getting ready to get out of here, man. And I got this last stop, and then we gonna talk about a little, you know, negativity and adversity and things of that nature. Let's head on down the road. All right, guys, we just finished up the last stop, man. It is 9:15. Let me ask y'all something. Y'all notice anything different about my tractor? All my supporters that's been supporting the channel, y'all see the difference? In the Volvo. Yep. It's an automatic today though. You guys remember the last spare I had was a manual. So at least we in the automatic. You guys know I love my automatic. But this truck isn't too bad, man. It actually runs pretty good. It actually runs pretty good, so you know, hopefully it remaining running this good as long as I have it. Hopefully I get my truck back ASAP. It went down 4 p.m. So at my yard, obviously I'm out of a drop yard, so I'm not at a DC where they have, you know, maintenance crews on site. For us being at a drop yard, anytime our tractor has to go up for a PM, they'll send a spare tractor down to swap out with one of our tractors so they can take it back up to the DC. So that's pretty much how it works. So yeah, man, my tractor went up last night and they brought this one back down, so I'll have this one until mine's come back. But yeah, guys, I just want to talk to you guys today about, you know, negativity and dealing with adversity out here. You know, all of us in the trucking industry, regardless of what type of job you have, you know, there's always some challenges or a little bit of adversity that you face out here. You know, there are a lot of truck drivers who happen to be content creators. Some guys are doing the job that I do, which is food service, and then, you know, some guys are doing other jobs within the trucking industry, and I respect those guys and gals a lot. And you know, these particular people that I'm talking about, they're all kind of similar to me in a sense of their attitude and kind of how they approach their respective jobs. You know, it's one thing to deal with adversity and you just have a negative mindset towards whatever it is that you're going through. But then there's, you know, this other side of the spectrum where you're going through some adversity, but how you approach that adversity and how you react to it makes all the difference in the world. So when you look at my job in particular, I just use my job for an example. I've said this over and over again that this job isn't perfect, and you know, there's pros and cons to every job out there. So it's not a matter of how much adversity you go through or whether or not you're gonna go through it, because it's gonna happen, right? Everybody is gonna go through something. So it's not a matter of what, it's a matter of when you're gonna face the adversity. And when the adversity comes, how you react to it, that's gonna determine how it affects you. Because, you know, your mindset is everything, man. And if you normally have a negative mindset, if that's just how you are as a person, then anything that happens, you're gonna look at it in a negative way, and you're gonna be negatively impacted by that, right? You can't see any positive from whatever you're going through, because that's just not how you're wired. So you're gonna be upset. And that's actually going to trickle down to how you go about your day, at least in that moment, right? If you're at work and something happens, that's probably going to affect how you treat customers. That's probably going to affect how you do your job. I worked with somebody in the past. He's no longer working for GFS anymore, but when I would ride with him, there were times where he would get upset, and he would be throwing cases, all types of ways. I won't say he was damaging cases per se. I just used to sit back and think to myself, bro, okay, you're running behind, or we're running behind right now. We still got to get the job done, right? Or maybe, he get super upset because he has to dig for some cases. And if you do food service, there are some times where you may have to dig a lot for some cases. So I'm not saying some of his frustration wasn't warranted, because we all go through that. I've definitely experienced some times where I've had to dig a little bit more than I would like. So that's not what I'm talking about. You're gonna have those type of issues in this particular job, but I never let something like that dictate my whole day. You know what I mean? Like, in that moment, I may be frustrated and ticked off, but I kind of let it stay there in that moment. I may text one of my coworkers or something like that and kind of vent about it. There have been times where I've actually texted my manager about certain issues that I've experienced in regards to how the trailer was loaded. And I said in the text, I just needed to vent. You know what I'm saying? And my manager, respond back I understand, vent to me. If you have to vent to me, I understand, you know what I mean? And so there have been times where I've had to do that. Once it's over, you get off work and all that type of stuff, you realize that it's just another day. It's just another day, man. And for me personally, that's just how I approach certain situations. So it's not that I don't experience a lot of the issues and the challenges that a lot of people experience out there that are doing the job that I'm doing, and guys that are doing other jobs out there. We all face adversity at some point, but I think it's just how we react to it. You know what I mean? And the mindset. Some people just, their way of thinking is just different. So how they react and how I react to the same thing, it could be two different reactions. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. But I think oftentimes when you have somebody that has a positive outlook on certain things, it can be misconstrued as everything is just sweet and it's all roses, when in fact that's not necessarily the case. It's just that how that person deal with certain things is just a little bit different than how someone would deal with something that is naturally has a negative way of thinking, if that makes sense. That's it, man. It's all about your mindset, man, and how you approach certain situations. That's my point. And that goes with any job, not just the job that I do. Whatever job you have, man, you're gonna face some adversity, and it's just all about how you deal with it. That's it. So I'm gonna get ready to get down the road, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but it has started raining. got a 2-hour drive back to the yard. So looks like I got a meeting today too. Not just me, but you know, my coworkers as well. I just seen an email come through, so that'd be, I guess, 1:30. So yeah, man, that's about it. Overall, today was a pretty good day. The trailer, from what I can see and from what I've experienced up to this point, has been pretty good. So, you know, hopefully, you know, my 3 stops tomorrow that I have to work, I don't have to do, you know, any crazy digging or anything like that. From what I can see right now, everything looks in place, and you know, it looks like it's loaded pretty good. So from what I can see, I don't think I'm gonna have any issues tomorrow with the trailer. Tomorrow is Friday, of course, we're off the weekend, so I'm looking forward to that, man. Shout out to my baby girl, just in case she watched this video. Her birthday was Tuesday. She turned 21. Can't believe I have a 21-year-old. But yeah, so yeah, my daughter turned 21. Shout out to her. I do have two bonus daughters as well. They're 21 and 19. So yeah, man, shout out to my girls. Proud of all of them. But yeah, man, that's about it, guys. Look, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, supporting the channel, and keep it going, man. Keep supporting the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And until the next video, I see you guys on the next one, man. Y'all take care. Peace.